Yeah. So digital medical affairs. So one thing is that whatever is being done uh, in person and taking some part of it in virtual or by digital means, by applications, by websites, by interactive applications. And also it is useful in, suppose there are a lot many chronic diseases are there, cardiology, skin diseases, respiratory diseases, all there are a lot many chronic diseases. So how we help patients to take control of their lives on their own. So, for example, there is one allergic rhinitis in which patients have allergic symptoms, and sometimes it is not known when it will happen. Now, you support a application. Your company decides to build an application which helps. So patient account is created, and then patient medication history is saved, patient diagnosis is saved, patient's past allergies are saved. And also what it does is that whenever there is a change in weather, or whenever there is a new pollen season is starting, so there are some triggers for AR. Uh, so at that time, the app will send notification to patient that this time it is season is changing, so you better uh, follow mask properly, don't go outside, or suddenly there is a air pollution, PM2.5 level is increased to a normal level, so you better take extra care for you and do this, do that. So integrating many things for patient's journey, uh, uh, that is from medical point of view, or a company point of view. Now, also digital medical affairs is also helpful to a doctor or to institutions like all of us. We know now all the major institutions have their own applications, own apps or websites where they book a patient appointment. Now again, in those big institutions, now they're developing um, some tools where all patients' records are integrated. All data is available for that patient. All prescription details are available for that patient. So digital medical affairs is now um increasing a lot, and it will increase a lot because a lot many times we want to engage with doctor from company point of view, and we want to engage digitally. Uh, of course, in person will happen, but all throughout journey of the doctor to company interactions, many things will be there digitally also. And it doesn't mean only about company doing something directly. No, so as we work in many companies, or so companies sometimes work with third party also. So you have heard about WebMD, Medscape, uh, some other content creator since platforms, YouTube, then what we can say, some conferences. So what does company do is that, or like medical dialogues. Nowadays there is a medical dialogues .com is also, portal is also quite common. So now sometime company will uh, outsource that, um, ask those persons or to develop some content, and the pharma company will oversee the content, and it will be mostly will be gone as an unrecited grant, but that the topic would be on what the pharma company wants to discuss about. So so digital medical affairs is not only about companies' own work, or companies' own conducted meetings, or companies' own conducted applications. Company collaborates with other third parties also. Even conference is happening, third party conference is happening, but now we want our things to be discussed there. So for that also, the medical affairs will be playing a role. So this is a nutshell. Is very much evolving, and some part of theory will go on out right now. So digital medical affairs leverages innovative technologies, digital platforms, and data analytics. And objective is to enhance scientific exchange, uh, to increase SCP engagement, and increase evidence generation in life sciences also. Now you might have heard about HealthFlix data. So HealthFlix is a commercial platform for doctor, and some company also support it. Now, the beauty of it is that sometimes it's helpful to doctor that it records all patients' data, it records all history, and also it has some models that it gives some prescription, ready-made prescriptions. You enter some things, you enter diagnosis, you enter lab reports, you enter demographics, race, patient trace and all. And then it will give sample precision also, simple RX, because it has that inbuilt algorithm, inbuilt database from where it will pick up something. Of course, doctor has to again go through it, but the manual work is reduced a lot, or based on last visit also, whatever was given to in last visit, it will just put it ahead. Okay, so this was the last thing. Do you want to add or remove anything, or frequency or dosage, or any other intervention, or any other recommendations, any other investigations you want to add? So it is auto-populated in no time, and it is quite accurate. But anyway, doctors sign, digital sign is required, digital confirms is required. So that is in terms of helping to a doctor, how they are working. And it's an Indian startup, so it's a good one. Other thing is that it gives readily resource to a company. Of course, it's a paid one service. So as a pharma company, I have to pay them for the service if I want those software data for my purpose. Suppose I want to know use of RNA drug in India, and I want to look at which class of heart failure, like what was the ejection fraction, mean ejection fraction, the range, what was in grade 3, what was in grade class 3, class 4, uh, what are the co-medications prescribed with my target medications, what was the mean age, and all. So all this data they can give very readily, and it is all reliable. Sometimes paper-based CRF, um, there's a lot of data a lot of time is required, a lot of manual power is required, manpower and time. But also we don't know sometimes the 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 data is accurate or not. We don't know. But here digital, it is the accuracy and reliability is little more as compared to paper-based CRF also. Now, so evidence generation also it's taking a great leap. Now, scope encompasses omnichannel engagement. We'll cover omnichannel in a while. AI-powered insights, virtual MSN interactions, digital medical education, and real-world evidence platforms that transform traditional medical communications. So earlier it was nice to have, but it is now kind of must to have, or it is strategic differentiators to drive value, leadership, and patient outcomes. So some of the digital technologies, Viva Medical CRM, Medcoms. So this is I have worked in previous companies. So whatever you discuss with doctor throughout year, not only in person, not only what data you have discussed, but so data also is inbuilt in Viva CRM. And then while you are discussing the data, and suppose there are 6 data points are there, and you have great discussion on one data point, so you can click also on that particular data point that it was a great discussion or negative point or positive point in terms of doctor. And then you have discussed with 100 doctors. So then it will give you automatic analysis that on point number 3, it was a most interesting discussion or most interesting insights that come up, and that should be taken into further account. And point number 1 maybe was not required or nobody was interested, that it will give you. Now, throughout year where you have worked with doctor, like it was in January, you did advisory board. In Feb, you followed up with advisory board. Uh, April, you started an investigator initiated trials. So everything you can inbuilt, you can develop, you can give input to all for customers, and then it will readily give you a snapshot of all activities doctor's interest, because you know that how you have worked with doctor and which all activity doctor has been involved on what topic. So it will give you ready-made insights to you. Uh, what is your journey with doctors in last, since the time you have started entering some points in the software on the Viva Med CRM, and what is suiting to doctor, because you will work with doctor on most of the times at as per his expertise, as per his skill set level. Or also if you had done some activity and it was not very much effective and doctor was not up to the expectation of in terms of anchoring, in terms of knowledge, in terms of the statistical part. So you can mention your comments. So it will also give you insight that this went well, this did not went well. So like that, it's a wonderful thing. It's working out. Now AI NLP tool. So natural language processing tools. So for scientific literature review and insight extractions. So AI, NLP is also there. So you give an article. Nowadays, it's very much useful and also little bit. So there, the number of people we see that in all kind of field, IT or in pharma, they're evolving as well as some previous roles are coming down. So you give an article and you ask the software to make a scientific literature summary. So Copilot is there. It also gives ChatGPT also it will give you. But there are more medically oriented NLP tools, uh, and it will give summary and mostly it will be proper. So 80% of your work will be done, and 20% of work you have to rework on whatever has the tool has developed for you. So you want to make an LBL, leave behind leaflet, or even a good point from an entire research work. So it will give you scientific literature review, NLP. What is Gen AI is there? Okay, Gen AI, you give Excel sheet, it will give you data content creation. Like these are the points which is coming out. NLP tool will just give summary of what is already done. You give input, it will summarize you for you. The Gen AI can analyze on its own and can give you a new content. You give 5 articles, it will give a new content to you as per your requirement. So NLP is summary, and Gen AI is something new for content creation. So all these tools, the more you work with them, it's like we were not. It's like you have developed, you have installed a game. Initially, you don't know, but within 1 month or within 15 days or within 2 months, you'll be expert on that games, how to navigate. Like that, these are very new things to be done, but we know we are humans only have developed this thing. So once you have started working on it, it will be, and the one who is get able to get good prompts and good outcomes of this with least input, least errors. So they will have an edge. So it will reduce human work for sure. It is going to reduce human work. And so now I'll give you my own example. I was working on an abstract recently where they have a limited content. So by uh, um, my word count was 333, something like that, and we wanted 300 words. I Initially it was 380. I came down to 333 words on my own after maybe about 2 hours. But then I just remembered that I have various tools available which are somewhat free also. I just gave my entire abstract to that tool, make it 300, and it gave me 295 words. There were some errors. So one data point they misunderstood and they gave output according to their understanding. But I just revised what was the required language and all for those 3 lines for that particular one data point. And my job was done in 10 minutes. So um, it's wonderful tools. The more we work with them, and it's going to be definitely helpful. So it's nice. Omnichannel platform, will cover it later. And how do they work? So this is part of tech work or the background companies which are working on it. Everybody's in there for supporting these kind of tools. So there is some technology acceptance models, normalizes process area, even I don't know. Digital maturity model for capability assessment. But this is what this part is for the company which are making these kind of tools. So yeah. MSL digital enablement. So digital tools. MSS now leverage digital platform for virtual meetings, content sharing, and scientific exchange with KOLs. And studies show 82% of MSL use digital tools nowadays daily, enhancing remote stakeholder engagement regardless of geography or pandemic restrictions. So there is some flood is there, but you have a meeting also virtual. You are planning to go in person to explain them, but then due to flood or due to COVID or whatever XYZ reasons, or the flight is cancelled. Now what do you do? But again, you have to talk. You have to make the things go, keep on going on. So you do this digital engagement, omnichannel engagement. So there are multiple platforms now. Okay, let me give you example. In a raw language, you are in Myntra and you are into Van Heusen brand you visited. Now you are going to Van Heusen store and suppose they have your number or they have worked with Myntra also, like they have supporting system. So nowadays the customer wherever it goes is record or his interests are recorded. So suppose you were on particular shirt or dress on Van Hussein on Mindra, the storekeeper actually can, when you walk into a store, and if those two are integrated, they will take forward the discussion on that only. Sir, I think you like that thing, or they'll not tell that they think that there's a new piece which you might be interested. So he knows that what you have done previously, and you don't know, or you maybe know if you have given consent. So they'll take forward the discussion from there only. So on this page you waited for 5 minutes, or is there anything you are concerned about, price or quality or whatever, or different color are you looking for, or something like that. So omnichannel engagement is that making the customer's experience easy. So for pharma company, the customer can be SCP or patient. So how you make it easy and how it make it uniform, consistent across different platforms. Um, I just give you example of an application by hospital or by a doctor to engage his patients. Um, Pharma company has lot many engagement channels. Uh, Traditionally in person, the physical visual aid will be shown by the MR to doctor. Then there are email communications. Then there are WhatsApp communications. Then there are company websites, own websites. Then I gave you example of uh, the company is working with third-party medical dialogues, Medscape, uh, YouTube, I just now WebMD. They all have their own educational video also. But company supports, some company owns its own content on their website, on company website. But third-party website company cannot own the thing, but they indirectly support some part of content generation there. And then it should also be in focus only. So even I have seen this multiple times. They want to do everything now. Company wants to do everything, all channel engagement they want to do. But if company has talked, company MI has talked something to doctor, but same thing is supported by third party, they'll be talking different thing. But that they don't want. Now, like a very simple example, Thanda matlab Coca-Cola. You see a video, uh, it will be Thanda matlab Coca-Cola video ad. You see a hoarding, it will be Thanda matlab Coca-Cola. So uniformity, consistency is there. And for there, a very good coordination strategy is required. So omnichannel engagement is there. You have multiple channel of reaching out to a doctor or patient, and the uniformity, consistency, step by step engagement is uniform across all the platforms. Now, again, so field medical teams now blend in-person and digital touch points across multiple communication channels. PMSs orchestrates emails, a video, virtual ad board, and social media to create seamless KOL experience. AI enhances MSL effectiveness by analyzing scientific literature, mapping KOL networks, and predicting engagement preferences. So company reported 37% greater KOL satisfaction when AI-powered systems personalize scientific content delivery. So real-world evidence platforms. Now traditional RWE, manual collection of patient registries, retrospective claims data analysis, labor-intensive chart reviews, limited scale and speed. Again, this is a very big uh, advantage uh, uh, of AI model and siloed data sources. So there are some different parts data sources. Now, digital RWE platform. So the AI-powered data extraction analysis, digital health tech for direct data capture, HealthFlix, or there are many Wonder RX is there. They directly capture data in time, and then they can give you and then they give you results in time also. So whatever till moment 100 1 lakh patient data is available, they will give you the analysis within very short time. Um, and then you give them a data. Traditionally, we used to create chart in Excel by creating tables and all. Now, no need to do anything. Even Excel gives data analytics within no time. So they have very much advanced analytics and visualization tools. So whatever we do in SPSS or SAS, these things are already embedded in these platforms, and they can give you very nice graphs or whatever visual effects. Integrated multi-source data lakes and near real-time insight generations. Like one of the company's multi-cloud data analytics forms platform, Pfizer has done some pack collaboration. So industry and true MNCs are already taking a leap in this way. Now, predictive insights. So AI algorithms analyze HCP engagement data, scientific literature, and treatment patterns to forecast emerging medical needs and prioritize outreach. Natural language processing streamlines scientific literature review, and generative AI supports content creation for medical information requests and educational materials. And machine learning models customize MSL KOL interactions based on past exchange preferences and information needs. Like one of the company piloted AI in 900 plus use cases across medical affairs. Out of that, so they'll see many possibility in AI also, but not everything is useful. 10 to 15% of insights they use for the entire organization's use, and it yield them 85% of value. So it was an amazing thing. So whatever AI will generate, and it's also in initial stages, so it will not necessarily be in the great shape. So out of that, you filter it out what is useful to you, and then it will be uh, it will be value addition to you and the company. So where they use that, so clinical trial optimization, medical information request, and automated KOL mapping. Then regulatory and compliance in digital medical affairs. Now, one of the session we had on promotional material literature review of promotional literature. So you give a content to them, and then you have inbuilt uh, given a system that 10 checklist reference, brand name, generic name, uh, then colors if you want to put, then assign font size, then no magical words should be there. So automatically it will create like 70-80% of work it will be able to do on its own. You just give an input, your published, your commercial visual aid to them. They will see how much is accurate or not. And then again, you will see entirely also, but 70-80% work will be done by this. So MLR automation tools are there. HIPAA is for USA thing, AI governance frameworks, and digital consent management. Even in trial, now patient consent is also taken digitally. Mhm. So there are some industry case studies. So one company implemented a multi-cloud data analytics platform for digital medical affairs, optimizing interactions and personalizing physician engagement. So they perform 10 million SME interactions annually, 42% increase in engagement quality, and 30% reduction in content development time. So that's what's the advantage to a company. Uh, Other company piloted nearly 900 AI use cases in medical affairs, but only used 10 to 15%. So what they improved, 31% improvement in clinical trial recruitment, enabled real-time medical information. So suppose there are 50 centers trials going on. Somewhere it will be good practices, somewhere it will be bad practices. And the kind of patients are getting recruited. Suppose which demographics, which comorbidity patients are getting more in line from. So that analytics data will be available from initial 100% also. So now the system will be built that possibly these are the patients which are likely to be uh, uh, eligible, and they might agree for the trial. So those kinds of insights are generated in the AI tools, and then it will give an idea to investigator also that okay, this kind of patient I should look forward, and it will help me to drive my recruitment numbers, and I should be able to fulfill the patient's recruitment very early. So so implementation strategies again. So common pitfalls, skill gaps. I'm also right. I don't have right tool, right experience to go into Gen AI or all kind of digital affairs. Now, many companies have this. So there is one medical affairs team, and there is one their own partner digital company. Like if I talk about Lupin, so Lupin has one entire commercial team, one entire business unit. Now there is one dedicated Lupin digital health has come up. Those who looked after only in making application for digital health, home medication care, um, and all. So where also there is also medical affairs team is there. So that's also a lot of CIPLA has medical affairs in even in digital domain. Many MNCs already have a lot many digital medical affairs content or teams. So there are need is there for maintaining chronicity of the therapy, helping early diagnosis. So now you are all aware that X-ray CT scan also maybe automated. They're already automated to a way, but it will be more automated in the future. You give certain, I gave you example. You give some patient data, history, lab reports, investigations, and AI tool will be able to tell what is likely diagnosis. So, but that may not be accurate also. But overall, you need to develop those tools, and then you need to have expertise to run those tools effectively. So skill gap is there, data silos. So now everyone wants to do this kind of generative AI. There are suppose five companies are there in one company, a marketing team, sales team, medical team, strategy team, some other teams. Now all they want to do something brilliant, and all are working differently. It will not help a lot. So fragmented information across department, then they even one company will not analyze shared data with each other, because separately company the department wants to show something, but then again it's not a good thing for a organization point of view. So there are some data, but they are in silo. Unclear metrics, no defined return on investment measured framework. It is under preparations. And successful approaches, leadership endorsements. Once a leader, so like once head of family, head of institution, head of company tells that we have to do this, then it's clear guidance. Cross-functional alignment is very much important. I just now told you, agile implementation is going to fail. And then you again may need to start from scratch. So agile is that as and when the new information comes, you need to tweak your implementations. So dynamic nature it is. It is not that it's 100 steps you have to just walk and you will be reaching. You have to take maybe 10 steps, then you have to make some jumps, or you have to change your route also to reach to your destination. So it's not a uh, fixed kind of implementation where A to Z is everything is known. Um, um, somewhere you will take flight, somewhere you will take helicopter, somewhere you might need to build a bridge also. If there is no way, you need to build a bridge, and then you need to reach there. So it is that like that. Stuff of upscaling is very much important. So key takeaways. So digital transformation is no longer optional, but essential for strategic medical leadership. Um, ROI in digital medical affairs come from enhanced engagement, evidence impact, and operational efficiency. Success requires cross-functional collaboration, upscaling, and data-driven medical decision making. Future trends. Generative AI will revolutionize content creation, insights, innocence, and personalizations. And integrated RW platforms will enable faster, more comprehensive ideas generations. Next step would be current digital maturity using MAPS framework, identify high impact pilot opportunity in organizations, cross-functional digital centers of excellence, and clear metrics to mature transformation success. That was about digital medical, and also omnichannel. I briefed you about different using different engagement tools, engagement points uh, to make it consistent, uniform, and making the experience very much effective as well as productive. So you give your doctor or patient a very much new experience. Now I'll again give you example. We are into uh, Swiggy chat box or Amazon chat box, and we don't like that chat box at all. Whatever automated chat box is coming, they know what we want to tell them. So it's quite behind in terms of expectations. Eventually, we need to talk to a guy only, human. So that's what, even though they are investing a lot in chat box or whatever, it is not up to the mark. So so those kind of failures or experience doctor or patient can also have. Suppose your company has built one application, and it's not at all going good. So then you need to quickly take feedback and implement those changes quite effectively. And that's what medical affairs play a key important role. Like what all the fields should be there in medical affairs. And as a patient, you can go through that journey reverse. Like you can use those apps which companies preparing, and then you can fill and you can experiment different kind of situation in that app, and then you can identify here there is a problem, here there is a catch, and this thing needs improvement. So it is continuous evolving process. And so be it virtual interactions, virtual experiences, virtual meetings, and or for patient, multiple ways. So this field is the topic. The main objective of today's topic is that this thing will be very much important. It is already important, and there's a lot of scope is there. So as we know that AI will just so as we know the AI is evolving very rapidly. Now, in terms of career, what I'm telling is that the one which so these are courses most of people are very fresh. Few are in 1 or 2 year in industry, and this overall overview of all the courses. So as we know from climate also, so one who wants to or who is going to build career in implementing and in working on digital AI tools will have a lot of scope and advantage and uh, what I can say a quite early success and success and big success definitely. Now even many publication house are accepting use of AI tools in publications. Trials are using AI models. So so wherever you get chance opportunity, uh, grab those uh, jobs or even start working on some tools, even though freely available, but start working on them and even search the data which are using AI in medical affairs and start understanding it. So that was the basic idea how medical affairs, what currently is happening and what more will be happening in future with this. So with this, I end my talk today. So Alina, natural language processing, NLP, they call it natural language processing, NLP.
Are there any examples
Like
of
when you
that?
used to,
Yeah.
no, so whatever, even ChatGPT, even GenSpark, Gamma AI, many tools, many AI tools are working on NLP only. Copilot, they have mix of multiple tools. So you give data. So when we started uh, studying computer, so we used to know that they accept data in only binary, 0 or 1, if I remember correctly. So how they whatever we give input, they will understand in binary only. So whatever content we give them, they process it in NLP model, NLP way, natural language, because it is in our language. So NLP is that the tools are using NLP model to extract the information from whatever we have given input, and then they'll summarize it for us. Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask also, because majority of the some of the highly scientific companies, like I don't know this Indigen or BioQuest or other companies or any other this scientific science companies, they are using the anti AI system also. Like if any of the scientific content or something like that is there, so they have a tool which can detect that it's prepared by AI or not. So some are not supporting the AI, like content or anything generated from AI like that.
Okay. Okay, this is like some little surprising and also so for what they'll not accept indigenous is not accepting AI driven AI made content. Any idea? So basically, Alina, only AI driven content is not accepted anywhere. Like suppose even we are working on many things, and we know that some companies are using AI for even for protocol development, and then I have to make change a lot. So
Yeah.
so so it is there. So AI is not giving complete answer, and because either person is not expert in getting output from AI or AI tool is not developed much. But it can be some example also. So Indigen itself is going a big time in digital way. and they're also working in AI, I know. So maybe so for some kind of example, or
No,
suppose
maybe I
suppose
misunderstood the company name, not Indigen, but some
uh,
other, I guess so.
yeah,
But then
yeah,
understand, but it is from the very big MNC or something. So
okay,
they were like into that. They don't want AI or something like that in the scientific content. So they are developing an anti-AI tool, something like that.
okay.
Can
It's
I
like, yeah,
comment on this? I'm so sorry
yeah,
to interrupt.
yeah. Oh, hi, Dr. Ajit. Yeah,
Hi. Alina, see, the case is because we are currently working with such projects. They are not anti-AI. They just want non-plagiarized data. Okay, the
Okay.
content, whatever you are writing, it should be non-plagiarized or there should be no plagiarism. They don't, tell that don't use AI. AI you can use for smartness. AI you can use to fasten the, process. AI you can use to refine your content. But what they are doing is they have something called similarity index, right? So these companies are having the, AI detectors that are not anti-AI. Even the journals, when you publish the data, so they can check the AI similarity, which should not be more than 10% or 15%. If it is more than 15%, means the content is completely written by AI and you have not used your brain at all. So similarly, companies are using these tools to check the similarity index. So the people or the, the employees who are working there should not, completely depend on the AI and they should not use they're not using their brains or they are not using their, what they are hired for. Right, so that they are not anti-AI, but they are, using it just to detect like how much work you are doing by yourself, how much content is given by you, or how much content is genuinely, searched by you from the, literature search or, by the different means and modes. Right, so that's why they are using it just to avoid the non-plagiarized data or just to avoid that the content is perfectly fine and you have cross-checked it and you have cross quality checked of the content.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
yeah. Thanks, Dr. Ajit, for adding the valuable comments. I
Thank
totally
you.
agree. Like it could be case specific also. Suppose they have hired a new person and they want to check the quality. So Alina, there is no company I think uh, which will not be using AI. If they're not using, if they're not going to use AI at all, they'll be behind. So every company will use AI, but suppose they have given some work, that specific work to some for some project, and where they don't want any AI, or suppose they want to evaluate something, a candidate somewhere, that's where they might think, or maybe uh, as Dr. Ajit told that some plagiarism or whatever. So for that purpose, they might be doing. But in totality, I think no company will be living, will be going ahead without AI. Yeah,
No,
that's what I think, Dr. Ajit. Yeah.
AI is the integral part nowadays. It's very important. But even the journals, they don't accept the manuscript written by the, AI. Otherwise, what people will do, they will, write the entire paper in 2 hours or 3 hours and can submit and publish, thousands of the papers in a year. What is the use of such papers? So that's why there are advantages of AI, disadvantages of AI. So people utilizes and people misutilizes, right? So just to avoid the, misuse of AI, there are some tools which can detect the similarity and which can avoid people to use it in the excessive way or in the wrong way. That's all.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
And you disclose it. So what Dr. Ajit just told about manuscripts, yesterday only I was coming about one consensus. So what was the even article about, Dr. Ajit? It was interesting. So they gave some questions to that tool, and then they made also some consensus statement. 15 consensus statement were made out of it. So it tool is also licensed for some purpose. And then they sent to that their core group of doctors. Now you discuss on this consensus. So they did not make. So suppose I'm a owner of one company and I want to make one consensus on one product or one diagnostic tool. So they gave all the available information to generate those consensus statement preliminary, and they disclose it while publish while submitting a manuscript to a journal. They disclose that this what we have followed, this we use this AI tool for this purpose, and then they shared 15 um, um, already pre-defined statement for validation for accuracy to all the doctors, and all, they also told that you can add one few more also. But suppose I am a company, and if I'm going to take 10 days for analyzing all the available data and to see that I come to a 15 consensus statement preliminary, and then I validate. So again, 10 days are saved. A lot of and one person cannot analyze maximum data, more data. I need 5 people help or whatever. So that's where it will be there. So I saw one publication, they have disclosed everything, what they have used, where they, for what purpose they use, and what they did further to that, why they have used and what they did further to that. For that. And even, they had a separate process without consensus also, without AI tool also. And 80%, 90% they were matching it. So somewhere it may work, somewhere it may not work, but disclosing is in that this kind of thing is very much important. Otherwise, yeah. So what Dr. Ajay is telling is that if you use a very raw AI tool and all, now it will increase journals time, journal review time. Nobody likes to review below par materials. So everyone is busy. Everyone is uh, quite occupied. I give you my example. Like if I'm receiving some protocol from my agency, and it's AI driven, and their writing also is prepared from AI, but then it's not reviewed. So we made it mandatory that without review, you do whatever, however you prepare, without review, you don't send us, because out of that is 40% only was useful. 60% why should I review entire protocol if it's going to be, and why should I outsource it? So for what purpose they're not taking AI is very much important to know.
Yes, true.
And just to about omnichannel, or so multi-channel is that different channel are working differently, or they are doing some work. Omnichannel means that they are different channels are working in 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 consistency, and they're sharing all data to each other, and then they're making the application use, the product use, the the journey of a patient or SCP, and taking it a very much enhanced level in terms of pharma or healthcare domain. That's what omnichannel is. Multi-channel may or may not be integrated. Omnichannel is always integrated. So in terms of pharma healthcare, if I say in-person communication, email communication, WhatsApp communication, uh, uh, the communication on company's own website, then you are working. I give you example with 3 4 WebMD or Climate is there. Suppose there are many third-party service providers are there, and with what also whatever I make contract is that it should also go in silo only. Like suppose I'm talking about one data point for my key brand, and I'm outsourcing my service to suppose Climate, and they're using different data point and different messaging. Suppose they're focusing product X only, but I'm talking about 20% mortality reduction. That's what my main objective is that. But then he talks about some other point. So then it is of no use. Like I am for lupin. Sorry, I'm my bad. For company Y, suppose we are doing some campaign, and or we want to increase our overall awareness in doctors' KOL's mind, or my products awareness I'm going to increase. And so internal people are very very busy, and we suppose one company has given that work to company Y, company Z, 3 4 companies. Now one company is not even aware about what the company X has given the contract to company Y, and company Y has not even product list of the company X, and they are talking total different thing. They are just one company name is mentioned. The objective was to increase company's visibility and company's product visibility, but even they were not aware of the total new product added in last year, and they were just talking random things in the market. So then it was not integrated. Company spending money on multiple fronts, but then success is not there. So people are sometimes budget is there, but people are not smart enough, or people are not don't have time to look into each and everything. And that's what even omnichannel will find it out, that this is not going in synchronization with what we are trying to do. So those are the things which companies are working on, making every penny worth of its objective and all. Yep.
Any other questions, guys?
But thanks, Dr. Ajit, for being here and then adding the valuable
Thank you,
points
bhai.
there.
Thank you very much. And okay, guys, if no comments or no questions, then we can wind up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
everyone. Thank
All
you,
the best.
everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you.